All right, so the National Finals Rodeo is one of the world's largest rodeos. At least the most important one, the biggest payouts. It is the Super Bowl for rodeo fans and competitors alike. This year, a young man by the name of Steiner, as some of you may have heard, basically ruined the entire thing. You might be wondering, what did he do? Did he punch a horse in the head? Did he say something that could get him cancelable? Did he make an inappropriate tweet? Did he commit hate speech? No! This young man ruined the entire National Finals Rodeo by saying the word fuck. Not only did he say the word fuck, the Cowboy Channel, which broadcasted his outburst, had it on mute. So this kid mouthed the word and he ruined the entire NFR. It was apparent, I believe it was round 4, and he rode pretty well, but he ended up getting kind of a lower score because honestly, the horse didn't put on a show. He rode really good. He hung in there. He's celebrating. I'll just show the clip, but you can see him here. He's celebrating. Hell yeah, like, I nailed it. And then you can see the moment where he sees the judges' scorecards and he mouths the phrase, "What the fuck do y'all want from me?" Now, the ironic thing about this whole deal, the whole rodeo world is in an outrage. They're posting about him on Facebook, how he's spoiled and how he needs soap in his mouth and this, that, and the other. It's been my observation that the more triggered you are by this kind of thing, the less cowboy or involved in the rodeo world you actually are. I would equate it to the 50-year-old middle-aged dad who's just shit-faced and can't walk a mile without gassing himself, talking shit about the Patriots Super Bowl performance. This is the worst case of rodeo armchair quarterbacking that I have ever seen. People are taking to the internet and social media. I've seen a lot of outrage on Facebook, which is super ironic because Facebook can be a very shitty, very toxic platform where there is swearing all the time. Like, for example, I'm on Facebook now. The first post I see has a swear word. The second post doesn't. The third one doesn't. The fourth post has swearing in it. The fifth post has swearing in it. It is a joke. So the craziest part about all of this is, number one, Steiner, he is a young guy, but he is 18 years old. He is an adult. My boy literally just defied death. He just rode one of the nastiest fucking horses on the planet, and he rode it well, and he survived. Like, while you're over here in your nice comfy sofa, not even at the event, number one, you're sitting there watching the Cowboy Channel on your TV or your computer, and you have all this input to a grown-ass man who just defied death. Last time I checked, the cowboy world can be pretty contradicting, quite frankly, kind of annoying. You know, this is the crazy thing, you know, with the popularity of this Yellowstone show, you know, everybody's like, you know, heritage, America, living out in the country. And you get all these people who live city lives who don't do any kind of country shit at all. You get, you know, some accountant at a garage door factory, and they're over here talking about cowboy heritage, this, that, and the other. And it's like, just because you're a blue-collar worker, you're not a cowboy, right? The only people who really are cowboys in this whole world are actual fucking cowboys and people who work in the cowboy industry. This is the same thing that I go to these rodeo events, I'll go to the stockyards, I'll wear some crazy shit like this, or I'll wear a metal band t-shirt, and I see these dudes who, you know, they got their cowboy hat on, they got their plumber shirt on, and then they want to look at me like I'm some kind of poser or some kind of fucking dude who doesn't get what cowboying's all about. And it's like, dude, you drive a truck and you have a cowboy hat. That's the extent of your cowboy. The second I open my eyes, I'm doing cowboy shit and working in the cowboy world until 10 midnight, where I'm sitting there editing videos on my phone to promote my actual cowboy business. So, tangent aside, what this ultimately comes down to is a bunch of armchair quarterbacks and fucking people who are all holier than thou. You know, we want to prop up these cowboys as fucking superhumans who defy death. They're the grittiest, most toughest men in the whole planet. But then at the same time, we want to act like cowboy culture doesn't include smoking cigarettes, drinking Coors Light, drinking Jack Daniels, jumping trucks in the backwood, being fucking degenerates. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying swearing and drinking Coors Light is bad, but we can't deny the fact that that is a huge cornerstone of the cowboy image. Like, even on all these, you know, Yellowstone people, I've only watched that show a couple times, and the episode I saw was about doing corrupt, like, people backstabbing each other, corrupt deals, hunting them down, kidnapping, chasing people. And this 18-year-old kid who says the word fuck, which you can't even hear him say the word, you want to cancel the guy. Like, take your Yellowstone ass, your armchair quarterbacking ass, and like, get the fuck out of here, man. Like, dude, I don't know who Rocker Steiner is. This whole controversy is what's brought me in to this whole thing. There's a picture of him wearing chainmail with like a sick jacket and a headband and a dangling TikTok earring. I fuck with this dude so hard. Rocker Steiner, if you want some free shit, I would love to work with you and your family. Like, it's so crazy. And like, the worst part about this is like, dude, like most of the people who are complaining, what, they ride a horse one time on the weekend and it's their hobby. Like, it's crazy, man. Like, and if maybe the people who are supporting them, they just aren't vocal because they don't think that it's worth, you know, putting their 2 cents in. I'm gonna go hit Facebook and see what people actually gotta say. Boom, round 6. He wins the fucking Volts True Grit. Let's go. Because put up or shut up, dude. Like, dude, I'm so tired of this shit. These armchair quarterbacks virtue signaling. Like, the craziest part about this is, like, last time I checked, you know, these good old country people, like, they're all about not canceling people. Isn't trying to cancel the kid for saying a swear word? Isn't that kind of blue-haired of you to do, Karen? Like, I'm a good old country boy myself. I grew up on a fucking chicken ranch. I'm all about drinking Coors Light and jumping trucks in the backwoods. I'm all about it. But last time I checked, that lifestyle was pretty contradictory to this, like, hyper-liberal fucking cancel culture shit that I'm seeing going on. Like, when you go online and see anybody talking about this guy dropping the F-bomb, like, I don't trust you. I'm gonna be straight up with you. Like, I don't, like, get off your moral high horse. Like, your virtue signaling is completely unacceptable. Like you're talking about the rankest, gnarliest guys on the planet. Like, these guys who ride bulls and ride broncs and shit, these are the same type of people who jump out of airplanes. Like, dudes who do backflips on motorcycles, these death-defying, gnarly dudes. What do you want them to be like? Like, they're gnarly. Like, they're allowed to be gnarly. They're death-defying. Like, they aren't here to be your moral compass. They're here to show you the human body and the human will is able to do some crazy shit off of will and dedication. Like, okay, so he ends up getting fined. Okay, so let me read this. Yeah, people are over here, if you're sensitive to the F-bomb, you've never hung out in the barn, which I agree. He's just a kid, which is true. I mean, the crazy thing is he's not old enough to buy booze, but he's old enough to get fucking shot in his face for the military. Like, this is the same thing of like, are you gonna sit there and tell me that our soldiers aren't allowed to swear? Like, I'm not saying he's a soldier, but he's a role model in a way that is not your pastor. He's a guy out there doing crazy gnarly shit. Like, yeah, dude, here's the thing that people are the most upset about, and this is why I fuck with this guy and his family so hard. Like, you put up, you shut up. Look, all the hate. He might be loud. You might not like his personality, but you know what? He whipped ass. They are ass kickers. Like, it's so crazy. People are honestly just haters, like, man. And you're watching a sport where these guys can die or get fucking paralyzed, man. Like, this kid could have flown off this horse onto his head and neck and been a fucking vegetable from the neck down. And it would have been, oh, the sport's so dangerous. These guys are so gnarly, risking their lives, this, that, and the other. But the guy can't say fuck. Let's go, dude. Just saw his round 6, 88.5. That run is definitely a lot more aggressive looking than that one that his round 4 controversial one. Dude, the Steiners, ass kickers. Brother, if you see this, shoot me a message and we will drip you the fuck out. Kick ass, take names, fuck what everybody else has to say about it. Do you. You're not obligated to make anybody happy. You're obligated to kick ass and show up and do what the fuck you say you're gonna do.